What up, YouTube? Franchise Sports TV back again with another video. I haven't said that in a long time. I just start these videos just right up. Like I said, t-shirts are on their way. At the time of recording, I just think I might make that announcement the next day. I think I will. I think I might show you guys these t-shirts, which you guys finally been asking for. But anyways, I'm making this video, right? It's a video about when LeBron went wrong with his fandom. See, as of now, he still has I think he has two different fan groups, fan sets. He has fans that are well adjusted, that don't go out there and, threaten people. He got his well adjusted fans who don't act like they got a bow and allegiance and go kill for LeBron. And then, like I said, we got the stance, the super loyal fans that will threaten YouTubers or threaten anyone who doesn't see their king as the GOAT or the best player to ever grace this earth and play basketball. You got those set of fans, right? We already know those set of fans are crazy. They don't think, they don't do research. They come on your channel like the plague and just continuously insult you. And like I said before, even threaten you. They've done that to me. They've done it to Dreamers Pro. They said some nasty things to Two Us and nasty things to other YouTubers. They don't care, right? But at one point in time, for me at least, I was a fan of LeBron. I think as soon as he was drafted, I think later that winter, 2003 Christmas, I think, my mom bought me for Christmas a LeBron jersey, Cleveland Cavaliers jersey, of course, the maroon wine color. I think my sister still has that jersey somewhere. She took it. I don't know why she took it. But I think everyone who was probably born around the 1990s, who was early enough to remember when LeBron was drafted and went to the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think most people were fans of him. And he was like I wouldn't say a breath of fresh air, but he was like I can't even say new hope, but he came out we all know he came out the tail end of Jordan retiring for good. And the NBA was desperate to find another star because they did have a marbles in one basket with Kobe, but Kobe had the whole Denver case. So they had to find someone else because remember, Kobe lost all his endorsements when that happened. No more Adidas. No more McDonald's and Sprite for you, Kobe. Eventually, he regained his endorsements back and probably had one of the best shoe lines known to man. Speaking of, they're coming out with Kobe 8s, I think on September 6th, like multiple colors. I don't think these are raffle colors. Raffle picks either. I think they're available for everyone to buy without, like I said, putting their name in a raffle and hoping they get selected. So, anyways, everybody decided to become friends with LeBron. And up until 2009, I think he was well liked. And then the decision happened. The decision to go to Miami and click up and join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. Supposedly, Carmelo's supposed to be on that team, but Carmelo said no to that. And that's when LeBron became the villain. Now, when this happened, it wasn't as bad. Like, the city of Cleveland hated him. They burned his jersey and did all that. But the city of Miami, of course, loved him. And many people wanted to see the Miami Heat fail. Right? They wanted to see them fail. Which they did in their first year together. Because we all know that not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5. We had that whole thing going on. And as soon as they play in the finals the next year against the Dallas Mavericks, LeBron chokes in game 4, scoring 8 points. Looks lesser of a player. And Dallas gets their first victory. Dirk becomes a champion. Jason Kidd becomes a champion. And LeBron had the nerve to say, These people gotta go home and basically go back and live their miserable lives. Well, I get to go sit around in Miami like a king and drive Maybachs and Rolls Royce or whatever he has in his garage. Yeah, that right there was the first inclination that he might be an elitist, has this elitist mindset, right? Because I don't even think after the 2007 loss to the San Antonio Spurs, I don't even think it was that bad on him from what I remember. I think most people say, oh, good job, LeBron. I don't think anybody expected you guys to be there. I was expecting Cleveland to be there like that back in 07. I was expecting them to get swept either, like the way they did. But you got that right there. And then most of the time, like I said, in Miami, people didn't like him. They got their 2 rings. And his last year in Miami, the last final NBA Finals in Miami, it wasn't a great one. They got gentleman sweep by his nemesis in the San Antonio Spurs. He goes back to Cleveland. He's loved again. He's loved again in Cleveland. They he's loved somewhat by NBA fans. First year, we all know they don't get the victory. But he did do his, I can't deny, he did do his, all he can do against the Golden State Warriors. I think if Kobe was on that team, I think they probably could have won. But next year after that, you get the 72-9 season of the Golden State Warriors. Everybody comes back because we all know the previous finals, Kyrie was hurt. Kevin Love was been hurt because he dislocated his shoulder by Kelly. I forgot his name. Not Uber. I forgot the other guy's name. Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk did what he did against the Boston Celtics when he played Boston Celtics. I think it was the first round. But anyways, Cleveland gets to Detroit, handled Detroit. I think they play Atlanta the second round. I think it might have been Atlanta the second round. Because I think the third conference finals they played Toronto. And they get past Toronto. They play Golden State again. And they go down 3-1. You got the whole argument with Draymond Green calling LeBron the B word and all this stuff. And Draymond Green gets himself suspended. Now, many people say that was a care package from Adam Silver. But also, you got to remember, to be fair, Draymond Green had it coming because he was doing all that kicking and all that stuff in the previous series against the OKC Thunder. He kicked Steven Adams right down there and got away with it. So he had it coming. But at the same time, it was very convenient that Draymond Green does get suspended, something we never seen before in the NBA Finals. But anyways, we've seen it in the playoffs, 2007, San Antonio Spurs and Phoenix Suns. Yeah. But Stoudemire supposedly steps on the court during that little mini brawl when Robert Horry knocks Steve Nash into the stands. Yeah. I think that was a care package for the San Antonio Spurs too. But that's neither here nor there. But anyways, going on. They come back down from 3-1 and end up winning a nail biter, which I would say was very entertaining. But now the stands think that LeBron just dominated the game, even though Kyrie probably hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history. Same thing with a couple years before that when Ray Allen hit probably one of the biggest shots in NBA history, saving LeBron's career. So now LeBron's career has been saved twice by Ray Allen and Kyrie Irving, and they didn't get no credit for it. But anyways, we will keep moving on. And after that, that's when LeBron declares himself the GOAT. So he came back from a 3-1 deficit. Okay, if you're the GOAT, you should be able to do it again, right? You think you're the best player to ever play in this league just because you came back down from 3-1. Next season after, they get gentleman sweep by the Golden State Warriors. I do add, Golden State did add Kevin Durant, and what I think is probably one of the worst moves in NBA history, even worse than LeBron. But I think these two are, we all know, they like the team jump. When tough gets tough, the team jump. Can't do it no more because nobody want these guys. But anyways, keep going on. And lose Kyrie. Now it's only you, Kevin Love. Shoot, it's supposed to be Isaiah Thomas. At one point in time, it's supposed to be Dwayne Wade, but that didn't work out. D Rose, all them people are traded. And now it's just you and Kevin Love in the NBA Finals. And I do admit, his run to the NBA Finals was quite entertaining. They went 7 games with Indiana. I don't even think Indiana had Paul George anymore. I think it was Victor Oladipo. I don't even know who was on the Indiana team because I know it wasn't Paul George. I think Paul George was on OKC. So they struggled with that team. And it wasn't like 4th in the East because they just thought, oh, we would half-ass for most of that season until we get to the playoffs. Didn't practice anything, according to Isaiah Thomas. But anyways, to get past them in 7 games, he hit like 2 game winners against Toronto in the conference semifinals, just depleting Toronto, just demoralizing Toronto. That's why they start calling LeBronto, and that's why they heard the LeBron's version of God's Plan, the Drake song, quite entertaining. And then they play the Boston Celtics again in the conference finals. They go 7 games with them. LeBron gets dunked on by young Jason Tatum. But they still get there, and then they get back to the NBA Finals again against Golden State. They get swept. And this is when LeBron starts taking a terrible turn when it comes to people admiring and loving him. Because I think around this time, I think it's starting to also go downhill as well. He decides in the offseason of 2018, after getting his ass swept by Golden State, he decides to go west and go to the kingdom of one Kobe Bean Bryant in LA, which I also thought was corny at the time. I thought that was super corny. It's like, why are you going to somewhere else when somebody has their legacy established? And they just retired not too long ago. Here you come trotting along. And I think most people, according to Brandon Jennings, most people think that now he's trying to erase Kobe's legacy. Well, I don't think he erased Kobe's legacy. I think he made it better I think it's better now. Well, unfortunately, we did have the death of Kobe Bryant, which probably even boosted his legacy up now, because now everybody is trying to protect it and reminiscing about the good days of Laker basketball. But anyways, 2018 comes around. LeBron, we always know he can get mouthy when it comes to politically. Now, this is from my opinion. Of course, the reason why I stopped liking him. Politically, he's very, I wouldn't say immature, but very naive politically. And I was like, all right, dude. All right. Fine, whatever. You have your opinion. Politics is fine. That was the one strike for me. And then after the 2018 season, what really killed me was, was the second thing that really killed me was the trade for Anthony Davis. It's like, this dude, okay, he doesn't quit. He doesn't quit with the super teams, trying to create super teams. So now there's Anthony Davis on his team. Even though he traded away all the young talent with Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, I think before that was old boy that's on New York Knicks now. I can't think of his name. Oh, Julius Randle, he's gone. They actually had a true center in Brook Lopez. He ends up going to Milwaukee too. That's the season before. I think he left the season before LeBron got there. But they traded all the way to you. Brandon Ingram too. He's gone. Now he's stuck with Anthony Davis, which we all know he's gonna be injury prone. He still got Kyle Kuzma. He still got Porky the Pig. Well, he looked like Porky the Pig head wise. He's on OKC now, the jumper. I can't think of his name right now either. He used to be on the Bulls. They still have a complete team. You get Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. And then we all know 2 things happened. The tragedy of Kobe Bryant. And then also the global thing that happened. I won't say on here, but you guys know what happened. Shuts down the league, helps Anthony Davis and LeBron James, because we all know those two like to set out a lot of games. Get to the bubble. The only team that's allowed to practice without consequences, and they win. But LeBron during this time is very mouthy politically once again. And once he posted that picture of that cop who, I'm not gonna go into detail, but it was a situation, I think somewhere in I forgot what part of Ohio it was in. I want to say it was somewhere in Cleveland, but I also want to say it was somewhere in Akron, somewhere close to LeBron, his old area. And we all know tensions are high with the cops and the common folk and everything after George Floyd and all this stuff. And the one thing that made me go like, you know what, that's it. You're already stacking your team. You got this. You win this bubble championship. It seemed like it was wrapped in package for you. You got this whole thing talking about, I deserve my respect. It's like, okay, you got all this boastfulness going on, and then decides to threaten this cop by saying he's next when it comes to whatever. I guess I don't know what he's next for. You threaten the cop on Twitter. Nobody says a word about it, and I think the cop was called into a situation between actually two female teenagers. One teenager has a knife in his hand about to stab the other female teenager, and as she's about to stab the other teenager, the cop dismantles the teenager, unfortunately. And yeah, terrible events going on there, but terrible. The whole situation is crazy. It's like I seen the video. I was like, why is the dad out there helping the daughter fight, helping your daughter with the knife? It's just like craziness, man. Craziness. As a dad, you're supposed to get in between your daughter and whoever else she's fighting and break this crap out, not encourage it. But that's neither here nor there. But once LeBron threatened that cop on Twitter, I said, that's it. Yeah, I said it. That's it. I can't do this no more with him. He's boastful. He think he's the GOAT. He think he's real savvy political wise. He can't read past the first page of a Malcolm X book. I think that's the same year they asked him, what do you know about Malcolm X? Well, he was smart. He was a good leader. No, and damn well you did not read past that first page in that book. And then ever since then, it's gotten so bad with him. We've seen the flopping. I don't like the flopping. The flopping has got worse since he went to Miami, came back. We know in Miami years that flopping was terrible. It's not just all what he says politically. I think if he would never threaten that cop, it would probably be different for me, at least politically with him. Like I said, you're having your right to opinion politically, but you going out here talking about, oh, they hunting us and all this stuff, and here you go threatening people on Twitter. And didn't he have that fake hate crime hoax too in LA as well? Stuff like that. We seen the things that's going on with the Lakers since he's been on there. Westbrook can't get no respect now. The sucking and driving, the hiring of JJ Redick, just the stuff, the stat padding, the Lee ESPN narrative, the Clutch Sports influence on everything. You got Gilbert Arenas talking stupid now. We got people who have been compromised, who he thought was good when it came to talking sports. And it's just terrible now. And I think over the years, LeBron really has soured on some people. The fact that he has not retired is crazy. The fact that they keep coming up with narratives to destroy other NBA players' legacy, including Kobe Bryant, which really has become a thorn in a lot of true Laker fans' side now. Because we all know how that city loved Kobe Bryant. I said in the previous video, he was like a superhero to Los Angeles, and now you got this guy coming in there just muddying up the waters, making the team a laughing stock now. So yeah, I think he has soured, and I don't think some of his fans realize that. Also, you guys take part, the fans, his stands, have some part in this too because y'all are a bunch of ravenous, evil, can't think for yourselves cult. You guys are a cult. You guys don't know it. You going across YouTube, other places, threatening other people who have opposing views or don't think that your king is the GOAT. So you threaten them. And like I said, I think all a combination of all of this has soured on people. The self gratitude and him calling himself the GOAT recently hasn't helped either. And the way oh shoot, let's go back to the Olympics now. The fan, the kid in Paris, how he treated that whole situation, how he got the Olympics MVP, that has soured on people. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that people just have can't wait for this guy to retire and go away. And like I said, I once used to be a fan of him, but I can't do it anymore with this guy anymore. I can't. Like you try to look the good in some people, but I don't think it's there anymore. I think he has become too elitist now, distant from reality, like most of these people are that get to these certain positions. And I don't think he stands for nothing. So that's just my opinion. But I'll bet I have a whole bunch of stands coming in here saying whatever. The perfect example, the perfect the perfect comparison for LeBron is Anakin Skywalker. When Anakin Skywalker first came around, I'm going Star Wars here. He was supposed to be, because you know LeBron has that chosen one tattoo on his back too. And everybody saw, if you know the lore of Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker was the chosen one. I think he even copied that too. But he was supposed to be the chosen one when it comes to the NBA. And since then, he has turned to the dark side and became Lord Vader. In this case, the Homelander, I call him the Emperor too. So, what did Two-Face say? I always get that quote mixed up. And I love Batman. I don't know why I get that quote always mixed up. But you know what Two-Face said in Dark Knight? Either you die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.